Dear aspirants, a warm welcome to the YouTube channel of the Green On Academy, which is a defense academy established in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. In today's session, we'll make an earnest attempt to explain the very basics of self-description. Hope it brings you one step closer in achieving your dreams. So let's begin. In today's session, that is the stage 1 of self-description, we'll learn about the basics of self-description, which is a psychological test conducted by the psychologist during the SSB interviews in the SSB centers. So moving further, self-description is the fourth test which is conducted after thematic appreciation test, word association test, and the situation reaction test by the psychologist in the SSB interview. The other tests, TAT, WT, and SRT, are the basic test, whereas self-description is a confirmatory test conducted by the psychologist in the SSB interview. Self-description, in short, is also called SD. Self-description test in SSB is one of the psychological tests and it is used to test how much you know about yourself and how much people around you see you as a person. In other words, this is a test to bring your traits and qualities out from you and check out what type of person and a personality you are. In the psychological test of SSB, you are requested to write your self-description, which includes opinions of parents, opinion of teachers, opinion of your friends, your own opinions, and what is your aim in life, and what all things you would like to improve about yourself. In short, the self-description is all about, does the candidate know himself? If yes, how well? The self-description test is meant to find out the level of insight of a candidate. Does he know himself? If yes, how well? Is he aware of his own strong points and weaknesses? If a candidate is aware of his or her strong point, he or she can make use of the strength for her, his or her further growth and improvement. If he or she knows about his or her weaknesses, he or she can always improve with the conscious efforts. If the candidate lacks insight about its strong points and weaknesses, the candidate cannot benefit from the opportunities as well as from the training in the Defense Academy. Therefore, self-description is very important as far as concerning and knowing the level of insights of a candidate. The SSB aspirant should go prepared with what they have to write in their self-description so that it can be written well. First, it can be written quickly in the time period allotted during the test. And third, they should be able to answer the questions which can be asked during the SSB interview and they should not find them to be too hard. Further, self-description of every candidate would be unique to them. So therefore, do not try to copy someone else's self-description. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after understanding what is a self-description all about, let's understand how the test of self-description is being conducted during the SSB interview in the SSB centers. First and foremost, do listen and pay attention to the psychologist when he is briefing with respect to conduct of the test. Try to write in the same sequence with respect to the opinions in 5 different paragraphs as guided by the psychologist. In this test, the candidate is required to write 5 paragraphs in 15 minutes on what his parents' opinion, his friends or colleagues' opinion about him or her. Third, his or her teacher's opinion in case if he is working somewhere, he or she is supposed to write her employer's opinion about him or her. Fourth, the self opinion. What does the candidate feels about himself or herself in terms of the strong and the weak points? And to conclude, what is the candidate's aim in life and what qualities the candidate would like to improve? The time frame is 15 minutes and you can safely write each paragraph in 3 minutes. Furthermore, you are supposed to write these 5 paragraphs in the psychological test booklet after the conduct of the previous 3 tests. Candidates, now let's understand what are the salient aspects to be borne in mind while writing the self-description. First, be brief, precise and concise while writing the opinion of your parents, teachers, friends and yourself. Do not write more than 3 to 4 odd lines for each category in form of a paragraph. Do not write in a point form. Second, never copy someone else's self-description. One must speak from your heart and you could actually take a feedback from all the above category of people to write an authentic self-description about you. Third, highlight your personality traits in the self-description. The self-description must comprise of some high points of your personality and one odd perceived area of improvement in each category. Fourth, self-description is exclusive to your personality, which means the self-description must be written in your own words, right? Straight from your heart, keeping the above cardinal points in mind. And to conclude, be ready for the questions. In case the same question arises during your SSB interview, the interviewing officer may ask you about your strengths and weakness. You should also be ready with some examples from your life. Example, why you took time to make friends, why are you impatient if it has been mentioned in your self-description. Candidates, with this, we come to the end of stage 1 of the self-description, wherein the basics of the self-description were covered. In the stage 2, we'll be covering the importance of self-description both from the candidate as well as from the psychologist's perspective. Thank you for being with us, and in case this video helps you in getting one step closer to the uniform, kindly subscribe and like the video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay focused. Jai Hind.